Hey YouTube, it's Lacey from Dandelion Diaries. I don't know if you can hear or not, but I am sick. And I don't have any makeup on, my hair's not done, and I'm pretty much in pajamas. So yeah. But it's been a while since I checked in, and I wanted to do a quick little video telling you guys a little bit about what happened when I went off of my Whole30 for, I think it was like 4 or 5 days. In fact, let me go look at the calendar and I can tell you exactly how long it was. I finished my first Whole30 on September 30th, and originally my plan, hold on guys, there's a hair on ya. Okay, so originally my plan was to finish on September 30th and then start right back up on October 2nd and go all the way till the 31st to do another Whole30. But I don't like the idea of starting on a Thursday. I really do like the idea of starting on a Monday, specifically for doing videos and staying consistent. I was already in that routine and wanted to stay in that routine. So I started on October 6th with my second Whole30. So I took 5 days off. So let me tell you a little bit about what happened. Originally my plan was to, I wasn't going to like binge eat for those whole 5 days. My plan was to still have, you know, my main meals be compliant, or if we went out or something, I would still try to make like some type of a healthy choice. Or even if it wasn't a healthy choice, I would eat in a smaller portion. And I did do that, but I introduced a lot of, I didn't really do any like reintroduction. I just was like, oh, I want, you know, oh, we're gonna do sandwiches. Okay, so I would eat the bread and there would be cheese and there would be, you know, mayonnaise and things like that, things that I wasn't eating before, and more than one category. But I think I was able to kind of figure out things that I am sensitive to. So anyways, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. So the first night, my husband and I went on our little date night to go to a local frozen yogurt shop that we love that's here. And we each got a frozen yogurt. And I ate that. I had no side effects of feeling gross, my stomach hurting, anything like that, even the following day or overnight or nothing. So I kind of chalked that up to me not having a sensitivity to dairy, because I would imagine I would have a really bad stomach ache after eating the whole frozen yogurt. And I actually didn't eat the whole frozen yogurt. I ate like, because they're huge, I ate maybe like a third of it, and then we ate it throughout the next couple nights, like as a dessert or a treat. But throughout the entire couple of days of consuming that, I never had any issues with my stomach or with feeling bad or anything. So I don't think I have a dairy sensitivity. However, on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, we went to Subway for lunch, and I normally would get a foot long, and so obviously I did not do that because that's just too much. So I got a 6-inch, and originally I was thinking, oh, I'll just eat like half of it and save the other half for later, or give the other half to my husband. And needless to say, I ate the whole 6-inch sandwich. So that's fine. I wasn't upset with myself. I told myself I was gonna eat at a slow pace, and when I felt full, you know, when I didn't feel like I needed to continue eating, then I would stop eating. Prior to that, I would order a foot long, and I would be stuffed like between 6 to 8 inches. I would be just totally full, but I would force myself to eat that whole 12 inches of sandwich. So I didn't want to do that to myself, so I just said, okay, I'm going to eat until I'm comfortable, and, you know, and then when I'm not feeling hungry anymore, or when I feel satisfied with this, then I'm going to stop eating it. So I ate the whole 6-inch sandwich, and then later I think it was the next day, my husband's family came over, and we we bought pizza from Costco, and we cooked it at our house. So they were like the ready to cook ones, so you just buy them like in the refrigerated section. They're made by Costco, and then you bake them when you get home. And so we had 2 of those. We had a margarita pizza and we had a pepperoni pizza. I had the smallest slice that I could find on each pie. I took one of each, and I ate most of both of the pieces, but not all of it. But I ended up with a awful awful stomach ache after consuming the pizza. I don't think it was the cheese. What I think it is I think it's the bread. I think the bread from the sandwich the day before and the bread from the crust of the pizza that night just kind of caught up with me, and oh my gosh, my stomach hurt so bad, you guys. Like, oh, it was really, really bad. So anyway, so I kind of was like, whoa, I think it's the wheat or the grains or something. I'm sensitive to that because I had no reaction to the yogurt and the dairy products that I had been consuming, and then I consumed the bread products and I had the horrible stomach ache. So, and seriously, that stomach ache did not go away until I went back on my Whole30. So, so stomach ache didn't go away until I went back on the Whole30 on Monday the 6th. On, let's see, what day was it? So I started back my second Whole30 on the 6th. That was a Monday. On Thursday, yes, on Thursday I went to my aunt's house, and Thursday after, like, towards the end of my workday, I started to feel like I was getting sick, and my throat was hurting so bad. Like, at work it was just starting to kind of hurt, and then I went to my aunt's house afterwards. We were gonna, oh, wait, was that Thursday night? No, that had to be Wednesday night. Oh, I can't keep track anymore. That was Wednesday night. Okay, sorry, Wednesday night. So, October 8th. Okay, sorry. October 8th, I went to my aunt's house, and my throat had been progressively hurting more and more and more since I had left work, and I started to kind of just feel like I was getting sick, and just kind of like just very blah feeling. I had no like motivation. I just felt gross, and I could definitely feel the cold coming on, and it was happening very, very quickly. So on Wednesday night, my throat was on fire so badly I couldn't hardly swallow without like my eyes watering, like I could cry. It hurt so bad. And I thought, oh my god, I have strep throat, this sucks, I'm gonna miss work, all this and that. Nothing was soothing it. My aunt made me some tea that she had that was compliant, and I don't like tea, so I had a really hard time drinking it, but I was like determined to be compliant. Well, I broke, you guys. I could not handle the pain anymore, and I was like, I need like something cold. I don't know, like maybe some ice cream. I don't want to really eat ice cream because I don't want to be non-compliant, but I know from when I went off for the 4 days that I am not sensitive to dairy, so I kind of want to go get some ice cream because I am in so much pain. Like, I was crying. I was in so much pain. So my aunt and I got in the car. I had a gift card for an ice cream shop. We went there, got ice cream, and it felt amazing on my throat. Like, I had to do it, you guys. I know that, like, for those of you who, you know, saw me do my first Whole30, and I was so determined to do it right, and I did, and I didn't have any hiccups or mistakes. But honestly, the pain that I was in, you guys, like, I just said, you know what? I'm super proud of myself for doing my first Whole30 perfectly, but I did not face anything like this when I was on my first Whole30. And if I had, I honestly think that I probably would have broken then too. The pain was so severe. So, got the ice cream, felt a whole lot better. I was able to take some medication to help kind of, you know, distract me from the pain a little bit. And I came home. And the next day, I called my doctor to make an appointment because I work at a school with kids with special needs, and the last thing I want to do is go to work with strep throat and get everybody else sick because it spreads like wildfire. So, Thursday morning, I did go to work. I decided to go in and at least get an appointment scheduled, and if everything... if they got me an appointment in the middle of the day, then I would just leave work early, go to the appointment, and if they said I did have strep, then I wouldn't go back to work, and if I did have strep throat, then, if I didn't, then I could go back. So, I got an appointment for like 1:15, so I left work at like 12:45 on Thursday, and I still was feeling like really, really crappy. My throat was hurting so bad, I could barely even swallow, and it hurt to talk and all this stuff. So I go to the doctor, and what does he tell me? He tells me, so the doctor told me I do not have strep throat. So I'm like, hey, you know what? That's good. I don't want to have strep throat. It's extremely contagious. I work with kids with special needs. I really didn't want to pass that on to everybody else, but this is awful. This is so painful. I don't know what it is. And he just said it's a cold. You've got a lot of phlegm buildup going on. Your throat is extremely irritated. Lots and lots of people are coming in with these symptoms. So it is highly contagious. You are contagious. I would recommend staying out of work for 2 days, which would mean the rest of Thursday and then Friday. And go back on Monday. You should be feeling better. You probably won't be contagious anymore. But it's up to you if you want to go or not, because you don't have anything that I am like saying you can't go to your work or school with, but that would be his recommendation. So my throat was still on fire. On my way home from the doctor, I did not go back to work that day. It was already almost the end of the day, but by the time I was done with the doctor's appointment. And I left there, went to the local store and bought more ice cream. And I don't know, guys, like, I feel guilty for doing it, but like I said, I kind of don't. I do and I don't, because I feel like, is there another option? I don't know. When you're in that much pain and you feel as crappy as I feel right now, or I did yesterday and Thursday, it's really hard to like think clearly about what you could do as an alternative. Now, I probably could have made some ice chips. I could have, I tried drinking like ice cold water, and that wasn't the same. Like, the creaminess of the ice cream, I think, helped like coat my throat a little bit. I did buy some Otter Pops, but those things are like pure sugar. Otter Pops, okay? So Otter Pops, I bought them, I ate a couple, and the pure sugarness of them was like burning my throat even more. I don't know if, like, even when I'm not sick, sometimes when I eat those, when I would eat them before, like, I would seriously, like, my throat would burn because of the sugar, I think. So I did buy some Otter Pops, and we bought ice cream, and I have been kind of nibbling on ice cream over the past 2 days, but now my throat is feeling better, and now I just have all this congestion. I cannot keep up with blowing my nose. I've been sneezing like crazy. I took Friday off because Thursday night I had a fever, and you guys, it just was crazy couple of days. So, but here's the thing. Even though I've had like zero appetite because of being sick. So I guess if we look at the calendar, I was back on Whole30 for 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, and most of Wednesday. Wednesday night is when I had my first break, and that was when I had the ice cream with my aunt. So 1, 2, 3, and then today is 4 days that I went off. So I'm starting to kind of have stomach issues, but I think that actually has to do with the throat lozenges that I've been sucking on to help my throat. Like, I've got Ludens, I've got Halls, I've got these numbing ones, and I've been kind of like alternating those, and those things are made out of sugar too, and I do think that I have a sugar sensitivity or something, or the fake flavorings, or I don't know what it is, but a lot of times, even before doing this, like when I suck on those things a lot, they cause me stomach aches. So I think that's why that's coming from. I don't think it's the ice creams. I also have had a couple hot chocolates that I've just sipped on to kind of soothe my throat, and I haven't noticed any immediate side effects of consuming the dairy. So I'm pretty sure I don't have the dairy allergy or sensitivity, and I'm pretty sure I'm sensitive to bread and those medicated throat lozenges. So that's what happened when I went off of the Whole30 for 4 days, and then I jumped back on, and then I fell back off. And my plan, you guys, is to continue to try to eat my meals. Once my appetite comes back, I'm still planning on eating Whole30, and I'm already phasing out the ice cream. There's no more ice cream in my house now, and I have no intentions of buying more. I do have some Otter Pops, like, just in case I absolutely need it, but like I said, my throat's not hurting, so I probably am not going to need them. I don't plan to use any more at this point, and I'm also planning to not use the throat lozenges anymore, so I'm phasing all this stuff out, hopefully by the end of this weekend, and Monday will be a fresh start again. So, you guys, people make mistakes, I make mistakes, I break, but I'm not going to, like, beat myself up over it. I think I made the right decisions for my health at that time with being sick, and sometimes you just have to be flexible, and you have to have a plan so that you don't slip into your old habits. And if you make a plan and you stick to it, then that's what healthy people do. You know, I was talking to my husband about my brother and sister-in-law, and I said, you know what, if they were sick, you know, they eat very strict paleo, they do CrossFit, they own a CrossFit gym, they're very serious about it all, but I also know my sister-in-law and brother pretty well, and I'm pretty sure that if they were super sick, and the only thing that was making them feel better at that time and that was able to soothe their pain was to go off of their paleo diet, they would do it, because they believe in leading like the 80-20 paleo lifestyle, so that you leave yourself the room for those things when you need them or when you want them or the special opportunity and treat is available. So that was kind of my mindset, is like, you know what, for these couple of days I'm going to incorporate some of these non-compliant items to help me feel better, but still all of my main meals and everything else and my mindset is still set on Whole30 compliant food. So I feel good about it. If any of you guys have had an experience like this, please share it with me. I'd like to know how you guys handled it. Maybe I'll get some ideas on what to do the next time I'm not feeling well and I'm doing a Whole30, or I'm trying to stick to paleo. And like I said, I plan to start back up full on Monday and just continue my Whole30 from there. Alright guys, well, give this video a thumbs up if you want, if you liked watching it, if you know, could relate, all of those things. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I like to post videos at least once a week, and I love to share all the things going on in my life, you know, the good, the bad, the cute, the ugly. So, alright guys, talk to you later. Bye.